Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of the PokePidge Shed Sessions. Still a working title, but I might just keep it anyway.
I like it.
Do you know what? I don't mind it. I'm in a shed. I'm having a chatting session with, as you can see, Lonely Hermit here.
Hi everyone.
There you go. See, it's him. He's there. He's real. Anyway, how you doing, sir? You all right?
Doing good so far today. Still, day's not over, but everything's going good so far.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's just the nature of time zones. Your day's sort of just beginning, mine's coming to an end. So it's my day's been fine, yours will be fine. That's how it's going.
Woo.
Anyway, yeah. For people that aren't familiar with you, do you want to give a sort of just a brief summary of what you do and what your channel's about?
As he mentioned, I am a Lonely Hermit. Over on my channel, we do Pokemon Let's Plays, usually challenge variants, Nuzlocke variants. My solo series are normally randomized Nuzlockes. I've just been doing my gen sweep, meaning I've been going through the generations one by one. Right now I'm on generation 7, so we're almost done playing Ultra Sun right now. We also occasionally do a collab series with other fantastic PokeTubers out there. But my channel mainly revolves around Pokemon. I say mainly, I've literally done nothing else. It's just been Pokemon. We ignore before January 1st. That's really when my channel started.
Yes.
So yeah, primarily Pokemon. We do I guess not really Let's Plays, kind of Let's Plays, more challenge runs of the game. And we used to do tier lists. I've thought about bringing those back. We'll see. But yeah, right now that's what's on our main plate for our content on the channel.
Yeah. Well, you said yourself, you started on January 1st. You pretty much started on the turn of the year. Mm-hmm. And that first series, when you say you went through the generations, it wasn't like red, blue, yellow. You started with like fire red, I think, was it? Or leaf green?
Fire red.
Yeah. And then I think moved on to heart gold because, let's be honest, the first couple of... I'm currently doing a blue Nuzlocke, but the first couple of gens are sort of... Yeah, they're glitch
there.
city. They're not the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, go on, after you.
I decided with the gen sweep, I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna play my favorite version of that generation. So that's why we started with Fire Red. It's one of my favorite games. So I was just like, I'd rather play the best version of the generation if I'm gonna be playing it once.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. One of the sort of questions I've been asking people on this series and will be asking is, do you know when your first video was? But it's quite difficult to forget if yours is like January 1st of a certain year. So it's yeah. Yep. So it's pretty good. Yeah.
So yeah, January 1st of this year is when I uploaded my first episode of the Fire Red Randomizer Nuzlocke. That series is alright. It doesn't really compare to what I've done now, but it did the job. I say my channel started on January 1st. Really, I did do other content back in like August of last year, something like that. We had a Dragon Ball Z Kakarot playthrough, which I think I privated all those videos, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because they were awful. I mean, it wasn't even until like episode 18 of that series when I finally I got good at leveling audio, because most of the time the game audio was louder than my voice. So
yeah,
I just scratch all that, because really January 1st is when it really started. Plus, like, my subscriber count fell all the way down from 13 to 2. So I basically started from the beginning again on January 1st. And there was no particular reason. It just so happened to be January 1st when I was like, you know what, screw it, let's do this. Or it was December 31st, something like that, when I was like, you know what, screw it. There was no particular reason. I didn't even think turn of the year. I just did it. So yeah, January 1st.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a good one to remember.
Yeah.
In that short time as well, though, sort of I think it's 8 months or something, because we're in August. Sorry to break the fourth wall, but yeah, we're in August at the moment. It's been about 8 or 9 months, and to go from, well, like you say, 2 subs to you just hit 200. So that's pretty good in that short space of time.
It's mind-blowing.
yeah, definitely.
I always think about this one episode of Fire Red I recorded.
Right. Okay.
It was I can't remember what episode number it was, but it was when I was going through Rock Tunnel, and I was like,
Okay.
there's like nothing interesting in Rock Tunnel, so I was like, let's just talk about channel plans and my goals for the channel. And I think at the time I had said like by the end of February I want to be at like 20 subscribers, and then by the end of March I want to be at like 30, and then by like halfway through March I was at 100. So I always think about that episode because it's just like I didn't really have any expectations coming into this. I'm not gonna lie. I had zero expectations. I never thought I'd hit 10, let alone 100 subscribers. Let alone 200 now. I still was barely sinking in. But it's mind blowing. I mean, obviously, I owe it all to the people who watch my videos, you included. So thank you very much.
That's all right.
And yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just I think I came into the right community. With the right people, and these are just fantastic people I'm surrounded by, so that helped a lot to stay motivated and keep pushing on, because there are multiple points where I was like but I just said just do it, just keep going, and now we're at 200 subscribers, so yeah, it's crazy.
It is awesome. I think everyone I've interviewed pretty much has said that the community has been like a sort of catalyst in how everyone's done, and it is pretty much like that. It's such a community spirit, as well as the people that watch regularly that don't make videos, just regular viewers. We love them too, but yeah, the community itself is just absolutely fantastic. I can't think of a bad person or a bad aspect about it. It's brilliant.
I totally agree.
And from the outside looking in from your channel, I'd personally say the work you put into it has probably helped in that, because there are, not to say that other people don't, but you are probably one of the hardest working ones in the community, I would say anyway, just for the quantity of videos and what you do in the background as well, which we'll get onto in a bit actually. So is there anything that sort of motivates you to just do that? Because you must be at your computer a lot of the time.
A little bit, just like a couple hours at the day. No. First of all, thank you. I mean, I appreciate the kind words. Man, I don't know. My thought process with the gen sweep was like, these people have probably seen these games about 1,000 times, so I was just like, I just want to try and knock them all out like as quickly as possible. So I had the crazy idea of doing 4 episodes a week, which is not going to be happening forever. I'm letting you know that right now. That's not going to be going on forever. So I had the crazy idea of doing 4 episodes a week, and obviously we've been banging out series like fast. Our longest series has lasted like a month and a half, which in series time is like nothing. That's super fast. And the last 2 series we've done have been a month, which is crazy too. So I'm actually a month ahead of schedule, which is crazy. But I try. I try. I don't know. I just like doing it. I love recording more so than anything else. I love playing the game. Obviously, I wouldn't have made a channel around it if I didn't like the game. No, exactly. So yeah, I love the game. For all its ups and downs and all its, the bad parts, I love all the good parts too. So it's just a love for recording and sometimes editing, because sometimes it's a pain. But I just love doing it. I love seeing the interaction in the community when people tell me, oh my god, that was so funny when this happened, or oh that part made me cry, or like when people genuinely are taking an interest in the videos. That's when I'm like, okay, like, if I don't want to record the next day, I just think about that. I'm like, okay, let's knock this out. Let's do it. And I don't know if I'm the hardest working. I try. I really do, but I think that's what motivates me most, is just kind of seeing the people who, watch my videos and stuff like that. And seeing how the work comes out, not to toot my own horn, but I think some of my work comes out pretty good. So that also motivates me, is like seeing the final product, and that's when I'm like, yeah, okay, let's keep going. Yeah. Let's keep improving.
No, I know what you mean. Seeing the final product is sort of one of the biggest things for me as well. It's just not in a vain way, but when you sort of checking the video afterwards, you think, yeah, that was all right.
I think flame wheel does more damage. Yeah, And I think we have, do we have higher base attack? Yeah, mixed attacker, duh. I always say that. Okay, flame wheel. Oh no. Yes! 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 I have to take this. I have to. Yes, dude. Yes! Finally! Yes!
Is there a particular series of yours? Because I know you like you said, you've gone through the generations. Is there one that stood out above the rest that you think, even quality-wise, or even just personal preference, that you think, yeah, that was a good series? I'd recommend that if someone wanted to watch the channel.
Yeah. Quality-wise, I think Ultra Sun's gonna be the best.
Yeah, we'll be well into that by now.
Yeah, by now we'll be. I don't know if we'll be done, but we'll definitely be deep into that game.
Yeah.
As of right now, I've only released 2 episodes, so I'm shooting my shot. I think that one's going to be my favorite, at least quality-wise. But my favorite overall so far has been Black 2. Not only do I love those games, I mean, I love those games religiously. Like Black and White 2 are 2 of my favorite Pokemon games. But I, in my opinion, they were the most challenging games I've done. The randomizer was not kind to me. I did not have a lot of luck in that playthrough, especially past the halfway point. Once one mon went down, oh my god, everyone started dying. All my best Pokemon started dying. I had to keep adjusting, keep bringing in new team members. I was running out of encounters. It was a challenge, and I think that's why I loved it the most, is because I was really enjoying the challenge, as frustrating as it was. And even though I lost my favorite Pokemon, we just kept going and kept pressing on. And ended up winning that one. Spoiler, I guess. We ended up winning that one. And that was probably my most satisfying win. The way I do randomizers is probably a little bit different than, probably a lot different than a lot of other people, because I scale it. I do similar strength. So essentially the game, as it goes on, it kind of scales in difficulty. So it doesn't like lag behind. Like you don't run into a lot of baby Pokemon. Late game, you run into fully evolved Pokemon. You run into like similar strength to what you would normally face. So the game definitely scales as it goes on, and it was proven in that one. But at the same time, I think Berg is the second gym leader in that game, and he was a pain. And from that point on, every gym leader like killed someone or came very close. So I'd say Black 2, just because it was the most challenging run I've done so far, and I just had like so much fun. Just I was relishing in the challenge. I loved it. It was just so much fun. I'd say Black 2.
Yeah. Is that why you sort of do Nuzlocke rather than just, I don't know, standard Let's Plays, for example, just for the challenge out there?
Yeah, it's more entertaining for me. And when it's more entertaining for me, it'll reflect. And I know, like, if you're not enjoying it, people will be able to tell. Like, I've always heard that, and I can definitely see it, and I've experienced it as well. Like, you could tell when someone's not enjoying something. So when you're not enjoying it, the audience won't enjoy it, because you're not putting your 100% into it. And Nuzlocke's just, I'm into Nuzlocke's. They're challenging, like I said. They make you think, whereas Let's Plays, you could kind of just run into a battle, and if you lose, you go right back into it. Like, there's no consequences. If it's your first time playing the game, that's different, but at the same time, like, there's no consequences to it, so I guess there's no risk. If you're just a naturally funny and entertaining person, then I guess you could pull that off. But I just think Nuzlocke's add that extra element of entertainment, because there's a lot of people out there for some reason want to see your Pokemon die. So yeah, it's just very entertaining for me, and I think it reflects in the way I record my videos and how people react to it and stuff. I just think it's way more entertaining. So yeah, I 100% prefer Nuzlocke.
Yeah, definitely, and it's the same with adding the randomized aspect of it as well. Mm-hmm. It's just, there are some games you can't do, like Gen 8 when you get onto that one. Yeah. We just can't yet. Maybe one day, but we'll see. But yeah, just the randomized aspect just adds a lot more fun to it as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed through streaming that a lot of people want to see your Pokemon die. So, like, if people add, like coin incentives or, like channel point incentives,
Yeah.
I find a lot of the time it's towards, right, kill off, get rid of this one, reset here, no encounter, rather than just helping you. I don't know if you found that in your streams.
Yeah. People will joke about it all the time, and then you laugh until they actually do it.
Yes.
But I've seen plenty of streams myself. Specifically, Timmy's wheel lock and Landon's wheel lock that they did couple months, 3 months, 4 months back. Where man, they were just losing Pokemon left and right, especially Timmy's wheel lock. That one was bad. He'd lose a Pokemon or multiple Pokemon every stream. The wheel would always land on like kill half your team, and just like God. And people are like, yes. I'm like, okay, God, that sucks to be doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've experienced it a bit, but I've definitely witnessed it a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a weird thing.
Yeah. Is that something you'd consider doing yourself, a sort of wheel lock, just rolling the dice essentially? Because obviously you stream as well, if people aren't familiar.
Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah. Maybe now and again.
Hopefully, by the time this video comes out, I'll be more consistent with it. Working on that.
Yeah.
I try to wheel lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube, I'm doing I brought Pokemon content back to YouTube. For those of you who might not know. Twitch is where I'm super inconsistent because I'm going to be playing random games. So whenever I feel like streaming on there, we'll stream on there. But I did try a wheel lock, but it was at a time where I wasn't, I guess, ready to be consistent, and I couldn't stay consistent. So I just ended up abandoning it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'll revisit it in the future, but I don't think anytime soon. I'll just focus on doing like, I don't know. I do my streams with Derek, with always more videos. Yeah. I should probably say his YouTube name. So I do my streams with him. I'll probably just stick to that for a while. But those ones specifically, if things don't go your way, man. I actually now that I think about it, there's one specific Twitch streamer. Her name is Kelsey Does Locks. She did a dice lock that lasted. It was a 100 follower celebration. I think she ended with like 600 followers. Like that's how long it went. And she went well over 100 resets. I couldn't do that. That's too much. That playing the same game for that long. Yeah, I don't know about that, but maybe we'll revisit it in the future. So it's a maybe right now.
That just seems a bit crazy.
Yeah.
So you'd say you definitely prefer YouTube to switch to Twitch at the moment, then?
If I could have a steady audience on Twitch,
okay,
I would say Twitch because it's just more stream friendly. At the same time, there's a lot of bad stuff going on with Twitch right now, so I don't know if I want to involve myself in that anymore. But right now, YouTube, I just feel like the community is more centered around YouTube, at least the part that we're involved in. So I shouldn't have completely jumped ship. I realized my mistake and I'm bringing it back. We're reeling it back in. But right now, I'd say YouTube. Just audience wise, I know that's not, numbers aren't everything for me, but when you don't have a chat, that's when it's a bit of a struggle when you're streaming. So right now, I'd say YouTube for sure is the preference. Oh no, guys! Oh no! Okay, Word can take hits. The problem is I'm gonna have to keep healing because of the burn if he wasn't paralyzed. If he wasn't paralyzed, dude. I don't know if he's gonna heal either. I mean, to be fair, the paralyzers have been coming in clutch, to be fair. I think that's his last heal, but guys, I don't know. Word definitely dies, I think, from this range, actually. Maybe I should have healed. Crit! Next one kills. Next one kills. Next one kills. Next one kills. I think a bug bite kills from this range. Either that, it's gonna be really, 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 really close. Do I risk it? Do I risk it? I risk it. I risk it. I risk it. I risk it. Come on. Yes, work. Oh yes.
So I did want to talk to you about how you make. Well, not how, but like. How did you get into making your own layouts and things like that? Is it something you'd learned through school or?
No.
Fair enough.
I didn't learn a lot through school that I'm using in YouTube. A lot of stuff with YouTube I've taught myself.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't expect that answer.
Yeah, I just school and me don't click. That's a whole different that's a whole different ballpark right there. But when it came to layouts, I mean, originally I literally just looked up on Google, how do you make a Pokemon like Let's Play layout? And there was this one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna remember the channel or anything like that. But there was this one video that essentially showed it, and like it was the process. And I literally got Photoshop because of it. And I was like, I'm gonna learn this, because the only other option would have been to like pay someone. And I was like, yeah, no. Why pay someone when I can just do it myself? That was my thought process there. So I just learned, and I just practiced like crazy. I mean, man, back in January when I made Fire Red's layout, I was literally working on Heart Gold's layout. I worked on Omega Ruby's layout. I worked on Platinum's layout. I worked on Black 2's layout, to the point where I was just working on those over months. Like by the time the series rolled around, I was still working on them. Even Heart Gold's, that one went through like 5 drafts because I couldn't get it right. And that's when I finally decided to start making my own logos too, because I was like, I'm just taking the Pokemon logo, but I was like, no, like just make your own logos, and that way you can better fit the layout. Because I was working my layouts around the logo instead of working my logo around the layout, which was a lot easier of a process. Right. Okay. So that's when I made that switch. That's why you'll notice in Fire Red I used the Fire Red logo, but in Heart Gold it changes. Okay. So I just was like, I don't want to rely on someone else. I'd rather just do it myself. And I like to think I've gotten better at it at this point. Making my own patterns for backgrounds and things like that. Because I used to use this website called dinpattern.com. That's where I used to get the background patterns for. But now I just make my own, because it's, I've learned. That's what it was all about, was just learning and making my own patterns, what works, what doesn't, what colors work, what, things like that. I guess kind of art in high school kind of helped with that, but I still had to teach myself a lot of things. And I'm still learning. I'm still learning things with Premiere Pro. I'm trying to learn After Effects. That's complicated.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I just I'd like to say I'm really trying, but I'm not. But point is I taught myself, because I just was like, I don't want to rely on someone else. It's my channel. I want to do it for me. Yeah. No, that's no disrespect to anyone who relies on other people, who pays for their like commissions other people. People have commissioned me, so like there's no disrespect to them. It's just my thought process was like, I just want to do it for me, because I can rely on myself, I think. So there's that. Yeah, so that was my thought process when it came to layouts and stuff.
Yeah, well, you must be doing something right, because like you said, people are sort of commissioning you to do work. Yeah, so that is something like I think you've already mentioned him already. Derek, always more videos. He well, you did the Ebl Logo, but also Derek commissioned you to do his Kentucky Kinglers logo. Yeah, so you must be doing something right in that field to do that. Well, so why do you think people are like coming to you for that? Why do you think they sort of choose you?
That's a great question. That's a great question. So I guess real quick.
You're welcome.
Thanks. So let me explain, I guess, the process behind Derek's logo and the EBL logo. I also did make Stone Family 64's logo, the Atlanta Braviary. I did make that one as well. So Derek's logo actually it's a funny story, because that one kind of spawned out of nowhere. So we were doing our Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Soul Link, and Derek had mentioned he was joining the EBL. He kind of brought it up. He was like, I'm not sure what I'm going to call my team. I want it to be like Kentucky something. And I was like, dude, your favorite Pokemon is Kingler. Like, Kentucky Kinglers. Come on. Yeah. But he had mentioned that he was going to need help with the logo. And he was going to have to take time for that. He mentioned also that he wanted blue to be in his color because of like a team in Kentucky. I think he said the Wildcats or something. I don't know. I don't listen to Derek. Fair
enough.
So I kind of just started working on it. That logo went through about 5 drafts as well. Like it was a lot of work with that one before I finally settled on the design for the one he has right now. because the other ones I felt were just kind of plain. They were just kind of boring, and I was like, I need something. There's something that I'm missing. I need to do something with this logo, and that's why I made it so that his claw is crushing the logo. I was like, that's pretty cool. And like I said, I knew he wanted blue, but then I was like, orange is also his favorite color. For those of you who don't know, blue and orange are complementary colors, meaning they are very pleasing to the eye when they are put together, just like red and green, yellow and purple, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to teach you art. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the work I put in. I do genuinely put in work on their logos. Like, I don't just pull a random PNG from the internet and just drop it and say work done. Put Kentucky Kinglers and say work's done. No, I actually try. I listen to what they say. I hear what they want. I always ask. Whenever someone asks me for something, I ask back, okay, but if you have any ideas, send them my way, because I'd rather you send me your idea, so that way it's more likely I'm going to do what you want. Although Derek didn't send me any ideas, I did it myself, but typically that's what I do. And I feel like maybe that's why, maybe because I listen to them, I do what they want, and I actually take the time to sit down and put work into it, which is why now it's no longer free, because it takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time out of my day. So I definitely, and plus I've been getting a little bit better with drawing with the mouse. It's hard. I've always drawn with markers, pens, pencils. So doing with the mouse is so different, but I'm learning. I'm getting a little bit better at it. So that's helping a lot with the quality of the drawings and the logos and how they're coming out. So I guess there's that. I guess the quality of it's the because of the time I put into it. And I guess the fact that I actually listen to them and what they want, instead of trying to just do something on my own and then sending it their way, maybe they don't like it. And even then, even when I've sent something to someone, they've been like, "Oh, can you try it this color?" I'll be like, "Yeah, sure." You know, and I just do it and help them out that way. So I guess maybe that's why I can't. I don't know if I can answer that fully. I guess maybe that'd be a better question for the other. Not that it's a bad question. It's just I don't know if I can give an exact reasoning. But yeah.
Hopefully I'll get round to having Derek on here, always more videos. So when I do, I'll ask him. I'll make a note of that. Yeah. Speaking of the EBL, are you going to be doing your own logo for season 2, because you are going to be involved, or already are? I don't know how long that is.
So, I guess. Oh shoot, I forgot. I was gonna talk about the Braviary logo and the EBL. I'll talk about them real quick.
Oh yeah. We can talk about that as well.
Okay, so the EBL logo was actually really simple. I was like, let me find 2 rival Pokemon. Pinsir and Heracross are super easy because everybody knows they always fight. So I was like, okay, let me use these 2, and I decided on red and blue for the colors. And it was actually funny because I had DM Stone Family 64. And I was like, hey, do you have a logo for the EBL? He sent me the logo they had, but he was like, if you have any ideas, shoot. And so I sent him the logo, and he was like, how much? Like, he literally just went straight to the point. He said, how much? And I said, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I'd never really done a commission by that point, but he did that, and then like I kid you not, like 2 days later, he asked me, can you do my logo? Can you redo my logo? Oh, okay. And I took his concept. He had a good concept. So I just took his concept and ran with it. And I think it came out pretty good. I like the colors on that. So that was just quickly the process with that. But when it comes to my logo, I actually already have it done.
I thought you might.
Yeah. In our Discord that we have for the Elite Battle League, it's exclusive. Sorry. I had actually already put it in there. I actually do have multiple things like logos and stuff ready for like merch and stuff. But I have my primary logo 100% ready. It's all good to go. And it's actually funny because heading into next season, there's going to be 10 competitors. At the time of recording this video, I'll have made, I believe, 7 out of 10 of their logos. And that's obviously including myself. And I'll have gotten around to making the EBL Season 2 logo. So, pretty busy there. And they all owe me. So they better let me win when we play each other. But I mean, it's fun. I was really hesitant at first because I did get the invite to join season 1. But I haven't played competitive since Generation 6. So I was just really hesitant to join. I just kind of told Stone it's not really my thing right now. Like, I'm not really into that right now. So yeah, respectfully, no, I'm gonna have to decline. But then I was just like, man, that looks like so much fun. Like, I want to get involved. I don't really want to participate right now, but I want to get involved in some way. So that's why I've been helping with all of that stuff, and amongst other things, which I think we'll probably touch on in a second. But yeah, season 2. I'm really excited, and I think the quality of the league is definitely going to jump with some of the ideas we have, and I think it's just gonna keep getting better and better and better and better. So I'm super excited, and yeah, my logo is ready. It's been ready, literally since before season 1 started. I finished it.
Oh wow, that is early.
Yeah.
Well, you've like you say, you've done 7 out of the 10 logos as well as the EBL logo. You've been doing you did for season 1 pre-season interviews.
Yeah,
we've flipped that now. I'm interviewing you, so it's your turn. You've been doing the weekly roundups as well. So, how did all that come around? And obviously, you said you're going to carry them on into next season as well with Timmy B, I believe.
Yeah. So this season, I think at least everyone has said that we're planning on doing postseason interviews. So those will probably have come out by this point.
Oh, okay.
So postseason interviews are at least on the cards, and the only reason I'm bringing them up right now is because this is a month like after the season ends or something like that. So there's those, but the weekly roundups was actually an interesting thing. I kind of proposed the idea to Stone, and he was like, yeah, I was thinking like the exact same thing. Essentially, like, I don't know if you guys, I think you have ESPN. Do you have ESPN? I don't know if you have.
In the UK we do, yeah. It's a paid one, but yeah, it exists. Yeah.
Okay, just double checking. So we decided to do like an ESPN sort of sports center type thing where it's just like a weekly roundup. It's literally, we just talk about the matches, how they went, what's going on, the results, the standings, our thoughts, and things like that. Originally, the plan was supposed to be Stone and I. It was supposed to be us two, but when I brought up the idea of Landon Inferno Man potentially getting involved, he was like, yeah, ask him, because that way there's 2 people who aren't in the league. So I asked Landon. Of course, Landon said yes, and he got involved, and obviously we've been doing that this season. Editing those is a pain. It's a lot of work because we got to sit down and record them, and then I have to stat track to make sure the stats I put in the scrolling text in those videos are correct. So there's all that, and then beyond that, I have to get the gameplay for the videos. I have to chop down the gameplay to fit how long we talk about it. I have to put the scrolling text, put the music, put us in the right spots. Make sure the scores are right, which I've been messing up a couple times recently just because I've been pretty busy and I've had to rush these edits. But it's a lot of work. Yeah. It is a lot of work that I have to do for those videos. But I mean, at least the competitors and a couple other people who have been watching the ABL have loved them so far. So I mean, the work has paid off. And like you mentioned, season 2, I'm gonna carry them on. I had told Stone the chances of me not doing it were slim, and the only reason I wouldn't have done it is if time didn't permit. But Landon dropped out because he's going to be participating in the EBL season 2. So him and I are no longer going to be the co-hosts. It's going to be me and Timmy B, like you mentioned. That one kind of came out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting that, but Stone actually mentioned that Timmy B was going to want to get involved next season. So I was like, okay, I'm down. Landon had brought up an interesting point of having a coach as part of the weekly roundup, but at the same time, I will slander my team harsher than anyone else. I will put myself down. Not in that way, like not a bad way, but like I will be the first one to say I messed up. So I don't think it's that big a deal. Plus, you see like coaches and players always hopping on panels all the time, so I just didn't think it was a huge deal. But yeah, season 2, I have a couple of ideas to freshen it up a bit, to give it a little extra spice. And I'm excited to record with Timmy B because I've never actually done a video with Timmy B. So at least as of recording this interview, so I'm super excited to get to do my first sort of collab with him, I guess. It is our first collab. I'm really excited to see what our combination will bring, and like I said, I got a couple ideas to freshen it up, so I'm super excited.
Yeah. It should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, I'd love to talk all night because this has been fun. I'd say all night, all day for you, wherever you are. But yeah, no, I've got to round it up at some point. But sort of linking to what you just said there about the EBL season 2 coming up. Do you have any planned sort of series or collabs or even like particular streams that, bearing in mind, we're probably, this will come out in a month's time. We're a month behind you, but do you have anything planned as well as the EBL season 2 that you just wanted to mention while we were here? Anything to promote?
By the time this video comes out, I probably will still be going with Ultra Sun, unless we just like demolish the game. Probably have like another couple weeks left. So soon, our Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke, it can't be randomized like Pidge mentioned earlier in this interview. But it'll just be a vanilla Nuzlocke. Plus, there's a lot of Pokemon you can get in Sword, so it's not like it's not really randomized. It kind of is in a way. So we'll have that coming after we have a Diamond, or Brilliant Diamond, I guess I should say, and Shining Pearl 3 versus planned with Jack Nishin and Always More Videos. That's still on the cards. We've not really talked about it too much recently, but it's still very much on the cards. We're all planning on it. So there's that. The what else? EBL season 2, like you mentioned, weekly roundups. As far as collabs, that's the only one that's on the cards, or at least the only one I can talk about, because there's another one past that. But as of now, I have no collab planned leading into the 3 verses. So I mean, maybe there will be something. So keep an eye on the channel, because maybe I'll have started something by now. But for sure, I'm going to keep doing my collab streams with Derek. Our collab stuff, our personal between us collab stuff, is going to stay with streams. Normally we do Tuesdays and Thursdays, so we'll probably be sticking by that schedule as well. I don't know if we'll have started what we have planned by now, because we haven't really fully planned it out. So I don't know if I want to say it. I mean, screw it. It's going to be in a month. It's a TCG, the TCG Game Boy game. We're planning on doing like a race on that.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know if we're doing it. I don't know if we're done. We could be done by now, but but that's planned. And then other things I'm planning on doing, maybe bringing back shiny hunting. So we'll see. We'll see with that. So yeah, that's pretty much all my plans, I think.
Fair enough. Well, everyone look out for those if they're not up already, like you say. And finally, before we go, have you got any merch? I say that because I know you have. So what I should say is, what merch have you got? Where can we go? I'll put the link in the description, but if you want to quickly mention anything about it, go ahead.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me grab my shirt.
yeah, that's all right.
Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Oh, no, I unplugged my headset too. Everything's going wrong. No. No, everything's going wrong.
Don't know if you can hear me, but I'm totally going to leave it rolling.
Got it. Hello?
Hello. I'm still, you're right.
Everything went wrong when I ran for my shirt.
That's all right. I'm totally leaving all that in as well. That's fine.
Go ahead. That's okay with me. Here you go. There it is. That's my merch right there.
Okay then.
Yeah, like you said, store link will be down below. I think it came out pretty good. I like it. So far it's been a positive reception. So yeah, there's our merch there. Brand new, at least to me. By now it'll be a month, but it's brand new to me.
Yeah, it's still new. Even if it's a month, it's still new. It's fine. All right. Well, the only thing left to say is thank you for being a guest. It's been a fun one. I've enjoyed these, and it's just been nice to talk to someone else who likes Pokemon and someone else that does content. So yeah, it's been good. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for interviewing me. I was super excited when you DM'd me, and I was 100% down for this. I just had a lot more fun than I thought. Not that I thought it wasn't going to be fun, but this is a lot of fun. So thank you for interviewing me. This is a lot of fun.
It's been a pleasure. And yeah, like we say, subscribe to Josh's. His link for everything will be down below. Twitch, YouTube, merch. Just if there's anything that's taken your interest, which it should do, just look in the description. It'll all be there. So yeah, so that's all that needs to be said. Is just goodbye from me, and any last words from you, Josh?
Bye.
Yep, that'll do. Thanks for watching or listening, everyone, and I'll just see you next time. See you later.
Bye.
Thank you for watching this video. I do recommend the couple I've put on screen now. I've got the little subscribe circle. Click it if you want. Well, click something.